Hi, my name's Greg, and I'm a left-handed archer. See? Not too bad. Hi, I'm Greg, and I'm a right-handed archer. See? Not too bad. Hey everybody, welcome to Archery 101. Alright, should you shoot left-handed or should you shoot right-handed? Big debate amongst many people, and I get a lot of questions on it, and I see it a lot of times on the forums. And it always boils down to one thing: eye dominance. That's what they're basing their judgments on. And I'm going to give you my background. Old man, gray hair. First shot in the 70s. Shot with my father and my brothers. My whole family, all 5 of them, are right-handed. I was the only lefty. So when it came time to do archery, we all shared bows, which means I shot right-handed. And it wasn't for no real reason. It's just my father couldn't justify buying me a bow and not my brothers. So I just naturally did it. And I shot right-handed all the way up to a few years ago. And what happened is I was using a bow and I pinched a nerve in my ring finger in my right hand, lost feeling in it for 6 months. Well, I wasn't going to stop archery. I go, you know what? I'll just shoot left-handed. And that's what I did. And that's how I did it. And you know what? I learned a lot, but it's also stuff that I knew all along. If you're a left-handed person, left-handed people are more commonly ambidextrous than right-handed people. And it's not by choice. It's just we have to be that way. Scissors are made for us. Not made for us, I mean. Coffee cups ain't even made for us. So many things aren't made for us that are for the right-handed. But only being 10% of the population, why should you? Right? So we just naturally learn to adapt. Right-handers don't. All right? So the first thing we're going to talk about is that eye dominance. And that's what we'll talk about next. All right, eye dominance. So what everybody cites as the primary reason for wanting to switch. And I fully understand it. But we have to know some things about eye dominance. And the first thing you need to know is that scientific studies, good English, huh? Scientific studies has shown and proven that the dominant eye can and does switch sides. It all depends on the distance and the angle, and the mind determines which one. And you also have to understand, what does the dominant eye do? All the dominant eye does is provide the majority of the information to the brain, okay? So there are some people, I'm not going to say that you're full of it, it's not going to work for you. It might, because you know, some people, it's like the placebo effect. It may not be real, but in your mind it is. And it helps you to become a better shooter. I've also done a lot of research, reading up on it. They did a study with darts. And they had people, never did darts before, practice with their right hand and throwing. Then they tallied up the scores over like 6 weeks or something like that. Then they had them go to the left hand. And at first, scores went down. But by the end of the 6 weeks, they were just as high as they were with the right hand, you know. So another one that shows, they did the same thing with golf. But the great study that I seen was in baseball. And they wanted to see if there's a correlation between eye dominance and hand dominance. And they found none. In baseball, for batters, what we're talking about, guys hitting the ball, they're left eye dominant, left side batter. They didn't have any better odds or batting average than people with right eye, left hand, or left eye, right hand. It didn't matter. There's zero, nobody had any advantage. The numbers were just all out there. So you got to keep that into mind, right? So I know you want to do it because of eye dominance, but I can't guarantee it's going to work for you. So what are the other things about it? And there's some pluses and some minuses. And the next one we're going to cover is the biggest plus. So what's the biggest plus about switching sides? Well, you're never going to believe this, but there is zero transference between the two sides. What you do with your right side, you cannot do with your left side right off the bat. So let's say you got a bad habit of plucking with your one side. That doesn't mean your left side would do it. Just because you know how to do something with your right side doesn't mean you can do it with your left side. There's zero transference. So what does that mean? It means you get to start an all new, from the ground up shot cycle. And I'll show you this now because we're going to move the camera and I'm going to show you. I have two very different shot cycles depending on which side of the body I use. Okay, everybody left-handed. I'm left-handed. I use a finger sling. I don't grab my bow. All right, I hold it like this. All right, left-handed. My anchor is back here. I have a 30-inch draw with my left hand. All right, I use a slightly open stance, and I'll talk you through my shot cycle. So here I am. My target's there. I get my shoulder in line. I put my left foot slightly in front of my right foot. Feet at a slight angle. I hook my bow, my string. Set my grip, which is not a grip. I lower my shoulder into place, push my arm out, turn my hips, lock it in. I have my wrist bent, which I'll show you from another angle. I do an angular draw till I reach skeletal alignment. Then I hold, squeeze, lock the muscles in, and work my release. Just like that. All right? That is my left-handed shot cycle. I love it. I've been getting great gains with it. But now let's look at my right-handed shot cycle. For my right hand, today I'm just using my left-handed tab upside down. No sling, I actually grip my bow. My anchor, 300 shooting, middle finger, corner of the mouth. I shoot from what I call a closed stance. People want to argue with it. That's up to you. All right. I don't do the body alignment for my anchor. Why? Because that's not how I was taught. And it feels so foreign to me right-handed. But with my left side, because there's no transference over, I could do that. And that's what I'm talking about for the benefit. So here I am. Get my shoulder in line with the target. Feet are pretty much parallel. Hook my string. My bow's up at an angle, my arm's up at an angle. I come up, grab it, draw down, anchor, and let go. All right? That's my right-handed shot cycle. Totally different. Let's take a look at them from the front. All right, everybody. Left-handed from the front. I'm going to step back a bit because I use the angular draw. See how my bow's over here at a slight angle? Comes over. Left-handed. Now, let's take a look right-handed. Okay, right-handed. There we go. Now you probably seen me do something. I closed my left eye. Why did I do that? It's a little trick I learned. What that does is it sets my dominant eye. If I close it, that eye is going to lock in and I slowly open it up. This eye stays the dominant eye. So once I learned I can do it and they told me how to do it, I can actually set my dominant eye. So it allows me to shoot well, left or right-handed. Right? So there's the beauty of it. You've seen it. One hand way back here, next hand here. Totally different shot cycles. Both work really well for me. Gives me a lot of enjoyment going left and right-handed back and forth. I love doing it. So remember, if you're going to do it, take advantage of it and make an all-new shot cycle that's going to take you to the next level. All right, up next, we'll talk about another disadvantage. All right, boys and girls, another big disadvantage is equipment. You got to double almost everything up. Tabs, some are ambidextrous, most are not, and if you're a competitive shooter, you got one of those fancy Yoast and all those others, sorry, left and right don't work. Bows, if you got a one-piece bow, Can't switch back and forth. Even on these takedowns, especially if they have special cuttings like this, they're not ambidextrous. You can't just buy one limb and put them on the other. Some you can, some you can't. So tabs and bows, you're going to be buying double, especially one pieces. I had a right-handed Palomino that I loved, so I had to go out and buy a left-handed. Had a right-handed Pinto that I loved, had to buy a left-handed. Same thing for the Mustang, same for the Colt, so I got double bows. If you do shoot left-handed, I'm going to tell you this right now, a lot less choice. All right, people don't want to make left-handed bows. It's a pain for them, so your selection of bows is going to be greatly reduced. All right, so keep that in mind too. I'm not trying to discourage you. I'm going to give you everything you need to know so you can make the decision. All right, up next, give you another plus. Bullseye. All right, boys and girls, what's another plus? All right, you got to understand how we work and how we think. If you're right-handed and you draw with your right hand, you can keep your pencil on a line. Beautiful. Keep it in between the lines. Try it with your left hand. It's all over the place. So this is a plus and minus for you. The plus is your opposite side is going to be more relaxed because you can't control every perfect little movement on it. All right? With your right hand, you can feel every little movement perfect if you're right-handed, and you can do that. With your left-handed, it just feels also combined. So your mind can't micromanage it. So you're a little bit more relaxed, and that too can help you make a better shooter. All right. So remember that. The other plus is, with this hand being micromanaged, you can play with it with this hand, and then know how it feels, so you can transfer it over to this one. That's another plus for you. All right. So we'll take our last shots here. We're going to wrap this all up for you. All right, there you go, boys and girls. Left or right-handed, what you want to do. It's totally up to you. And I gave you some reasons and some different things you can find out about them. Research it for yourself. But the biggest thing I'm going to tell you is to go out and try it. You never know. Maybe you'll like it. Maybe it is the answer for you. But then again, maybe it's not. But you'll never know unless you try it. All right, boys and girls. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you next time. With an all-new episode of Archery 101.